So, hi. So this is a very... Let me just fix that. Anyways, this is a pretty eventful week. I'm moving out of my place. I've lived in this apartment in Derby with my best friend for over a year now, like a year and a couple of months. But she's moving to Canada to be with her husband, which is very sweet. Very excited for her because that's like a new chapter in her family life. And meanwhile, I am downsizing to a studio. It's not a bad thing, but I'm getting my place. I'm getting a small studio. I'm moving this until next week, but I'm moving out this week. Also, because again, like I mentioned, she's going away. There is a jazz night bar thing we're going for, so that's really exciting with a couple of friends. And as well, there is a surprise dinner for her. Very excited for that. And what's the last thing? Yeah, I think that's it. So let's get to it. So to commemorate a year and a half, I think, of living together, we thought we would do a Q&A session just to see how well we know each other, and also to answer questions of what it's like to actually live with your best friend. This Q&A runs throughout the entire video in our different activities and settings. So enjoy. Okay, right, we'll start with answering for you. Okay, so what is Frances's ideal weekend? I feel like you think you're a certain type of person, but you're not. No, should I put what is not your ideal weekend? Because I know, so I can get half a point for that.
What is my ideal weekend?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. So are we doing what is and what isn't? Or we have to do both?
Okay, but what is...
Wait. I have my answer here.
Okay, this is my answer for what her ideal weekend is and what is not. Right.
Supposed to be right.
So I wrote sleeping at home and not hiking.
Netflix and chill. Not hiking.
Because
definitely not. I know. I like the view. Now,
getting there.
yes, the journey is like.
I kind of get that, but
it's like you're going hiking, but then you walk an hour before the actual hike. That makes no
true.
sense.
Getting there is always an issue.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's one of the few things in life I really enjoy. What I would have said actually is hanging out with friends, because you're quite good in social settings. But recently, which granted there have been a few changes in your life, I thought you started to pretend that you didn't want to stay at home. But Frances would say she wants to stay at home, but when you put her in a social setting, she's thriving there. And she's like, oh, well, if you ask her, you're like, oh, I just want to stay at home.
I have to mentally prep myself to be in that space every time. And so because I prepare, I'm ready. Like I have to hype myself through the whole process. And luckily I have friends that like once you're around them, they're like
it's easy to
like vibing and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I like my bed. I like my Netflix. I like my SWAT. I've been watching this SWAT series.
Her recent obsession.
What's your ideal and not your ideal?
What's not my ideal
Especially
weekend?
when it's a sunny weekend.
Okay, that's easy.
This is my answer for more.
This is my answer for myself.
What your ideal weekend is hiking and picnic.
Yes.
Is that what you answered?
Yeah. Okay, what's not my ideal weekend?
Sitting at home. You're like, your body is always itching you. Once there is sun outside, it's like, Fran, it's sunny. Yes, let the sun shine. But no, you want to go out.
When the sun is shining, I need to be out in nature. I was actually so I put hiking, nature views, picnics, cafes, shopping, anything outside, and not parties.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You said I don't enjoy sitting at home.
Mm.
Granted, if I've had like a crazy week, I would want to stay at home. But then actually, I don't feel fulfilled when I stay at home on the weekend.
No matter how your week is.
Yeah.
I remember the day you were complaining about work, like was a stressful working period, and the next day is like, oh, Fran is so good. I'm like, you had a stressful week, right?
Okay, next we will do what is biggest food cravings. So that one is like it's a broad question.
Yeah, you mean at the moment? Do you ever have any craving?
Yeah, there's a fast food that I would eat a lot of.
So the reason why Mom might get my answer, because I just went through a pregnancy phase. So I had 9 months to crave.
No, but do you think your pregnancy only heightened the cravings you already had?
Yeah, but it was now pronounced.
Yeah,
but I can't really find that pronounced aspect. Okay, but let's see.
I'll just list some things, She cannot live without, and our house can never be empty. I'm done. This is for Fran. A wide variety of things, but
yeah, it's pretty broad.
It's really broad. Anyway, this is for you.
I've reduced chicken.
Do you think, Fran, that's the thing, you ate chicken so much that you got tired of it?
Yeah, I started craving beef.
Which is very surprising because I'm the beef person.
Yeah. But what would you say your own answer is? Because like how would you? Yeah.
So if you put pasta, anything.
Okay.
If you put beef, burger and fries, I always do beef, burger and fries.
Okay.
If you put Coke Zero.
Okay.
And if you put pasta is the only thing because I just love like pasta stuff.
I put macaroni because that's what you call pasta.
Oh yeah.
I put mashed potatoes because like every time we have potatoes, like you have to make mashed potatoes.
I wouldn't say mashed potatoes. I say like any type of potato. I do like
Actually,
potatoes.
yeah.
Irish potatoes. Last question is the other person more of a morning person or an evening person?
Ready? That's me. That's Mo.
And that is Fran. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And I'm actually so proud of you that you put me. Because even when I wake up in the morning, I'm not like the happiest person. But I'm not happy at night.
Yeah. So I was like, it's mostly afternoon.
You got that. Well,
and yes, I'm definitely midnight.
Like, I said midnight flyer because she's potted though. And if you're Nigerian,
bro,
you know what those guys get up to.
But yeah, I'm like usually awake till like what 3 a.m.
But you nap a lot. You take a lot of
in between. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a morning or afternoon person.
Oh, that's the end. What would you? I think we got like honestly 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Like 7, 90.
That last one, you did well.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Right. Are you done? Yes. What would you say are the pros of living with your best friend?
I think because you know the person.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not know the person very, very well. Like, I didn't really know you too well in the sense, like, I had never lived with you before.
Oh,
but I knew every other part of you.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not moving in with a stranger. This was not like, oh, we've been best friends for like a year. We've been best friends for like 8 years before we moved in together. True. There are no unknowns. So the unknowns are like 10%, 20%.
Oh,
so that's really
a good way to put it. Yeah, I get that. I would say that's a really good point. I think it strengthens your bonds. Mm-hmm. You get to argue more about stuff you wouldn't have argued about. And I feel like the more you argue in a relationship, like, the better you can be, especially when you resolve it in a healthy way. Mm-hmm. As well, it's more comforting knowing you're living with someone who is so close to you. and wants the best for you in a sense. Yeah. And you guys get to discover more stuff about living independently.
Okay, I think there are also so many things I got to know about you, like you said, that I would never have known if I never lived with
Okay,
you.
I have to ask a question about what that is.
I think like you understand the person, like we understood each other before, but then it became clearer.
Yeah, it
And
becomes
we
clearer.
knew how to live with it.
Would you say there are more pros than cons?
I
Wow,
would.
that was a big.
I think that it's healthy to do it, but not for long term. Like to live with your best friend. Why I said not long term is because, but like if both of you were like, for instance, like married and living, you come into someone's space and you know you can leave at any time. Yeah. That is healthy, and to know that you're going back into your own space. Yeah. But yeah.
I get that. I get that. My arm hurts now. Let's go in to get some eggs.
So I've kind of answered like about the cons. So what would you say like are the cons of living with your best friend?
Number one, when you guys have arguments, it's so much harder because you live together. So that those awkward moments are very, very uncomfortable. But it's good because sometimes if you're distant, it's easy to like, because we've had arguments because we're so distant. By the time we like talk again, it's like you've bashed it. Yeah. Because you're not living with the person. But when you're together, like you're forced to like come to terms with stuff. To be honest, I would say that's the only con that I know of. Other stuff are trivial. It's not a con. Sometimes it's even funny when like you realize how different you guys are. Yeah. And how you have to just adjust to it.
I think like the cons or quote unquote cons of living with your best friend are like cons living with anybody. To be honest, yeah. It's just like there are differences that you get to like really notice now.
True. It's just like, would you rather experience that con with a stranger or your best friend?
Yeah.
Or a close friend, like whatever it is for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, what would you say? Okay, what would you say are the ground rules for us living together? This almost puts fights in the beginning. So you naturally wouldn't want to lay down any ground rules. Because when you think about it, there are some boundaries, like you call it. So there are boundaries. But for ground rules, when we first moved in, I laid ground rules for like how we would share the space, and I think that's one thing you have. Yeah, that's one thing you have to talk about because it
had like a document.
I had a document because we don't use this document to the T obviously to this day. But I drew up a document because I thought it was safe for us to like know everyone's boundary. It felt very impersonal to Fran. She was like, "How can we have that?" But I think it did more good than harm because you understood like my boundaries with like certain places. So, but ground rule was, what was the ground rule?
I think one of it was dirty dishes would just take more than 24 hours.
That's a rule we've broken a lot. I would just say ground rule is respecting each other's boundaries, to be honest.
And like, so each person most likely had like how they wanted to live in their own space.
Exactly.
And so the rules were just communicating that to the other person, basically.
I guess ground rule is communicating. Because I don't even think there's a rule we set that we followed through.
But we had that back of our mind.
Exactly, just having that back of your mind. To be honest, I'll say living with you wasn't really hard. I think I'm a hard person to live with. It's easy.
Did you say you don't think you're a hard person?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's easy to move around me, to be honest.
It is. So I have come to understand you. At first, there were some differences. I was like, I didn't get it, and I'm sure like you felt the same way about me.
Definitely.
But I feel like if someone else lives with you, they will be like,
no, because
why?
I've lived with like Stella, and We were like, you know, because that one we are like the same person. So it was
Is
like,
that the last one?
no.
She's the first?
Oh yeah, she's the last child. Please, this last born, first born issue.
That
She's
is
always
why.
complaining about how like as a last child I act weirdly.
I
And
feel
she's like she's like the
firstborns
oldest
have
girl
strong similarities
in her family.
We second borns. We're used to tolerating all these babies.
They have problems.
So
guys.
we're used to saying, like, letting you guys have your way.
And they're not used to being babied, so all their stuff kept inside. Yeah, sorry. They kept inside their chest. But yeah, so yeah, ground rules is communicate. I hope the next questions are light. These ones have been very intense. Yeah, but that is something. Oh, and like, you know, when you have a firstborn friend, like you can smell them from afar, so you already know this is someone. It's like the spirits to annoy them just rises within me. It's natural.
Like she always wants me to be accountable.
Yes, so to annoy. Yeah. It's fun, anyways.
Mo.
Sir, did you enter?
This in Nigeria is called nchon. Now in English, I don't know what that is. Igbo people call it nchon.
Actually, I have no idea what this is either. This is a very nostalgic Nigerian dish, but without the leaf shot. Love it. Got a yam. Almost done. This is the end result. I'm so excited. This looks so good. I love yam. Yam is like something you cannot describe. Yam or potatoes? For you?
Yam.
Yam. Yam.
Now yam or plantain.
Yam.
Ew. Something wrong with me.
In Milton
Hi
Keynes,
guys,
when I consider the price here, the price here.
Is it expensive than up here?
Jazz concert.
Is it expensive than here?
No, it's
Anyway,
this place is cheaper.
Cheaper here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
See you
that's
guys
cheaper.
there soon.
That'd be
Me, Mummy,
for transportation in
Mo,
Milton Keynes is cheaper.
VB,
Really?
and Daniel. Never mind.
That was just my nose. What is that?
Bye, see you soon. It's JD. As in, no, you look good. You look so good. final.
Okay, so we're going to
Guys, final goodbye. For another 4 months.
another 4 months.
Let's see. You know I can get again.
Surprise! Okay, just a few more to go through. Do you think we budgeted better together or like when you lived alone?
It was more expensive. It was more
Definitely.
expensive living together.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah. Housing was more expensive, bills were more expensive.
but then it was also the fact that there are things that my eyes wouldn't go to when I was living alone. Like I would have never bought like Christmassy things when I was living alone, but getting together, like having a home, felt like, oh, let's get this. So yeah, those are like some little things. I never knew there. I don't think I would have gone there as often as we did.
True.
So they're just like some minor things, and which is so weird because we thought like living together, oh my god, it'd be so cheap,
Save so much money.
save so much money.
I think we did it for the vibe, okay? We did it for the experience, and it was good. No, because I think none of us are financially strong, like in the sense of being very accountable. We're getting there because we're being forced to. But if we had the means, there will be no spreadsheets. But we do. I know I keep a spreadsheet. You also keep a spreadsheet most of the time for your stuff. So we try our best, but I wouldn't say we budget better or just the same.
Yeah, we have a spreadsheet for a lot of things in the house. So like groceries, we have like a monthly spreadsheet. So things we stick to every month.
Yeah. But yeah, what was the most surprising thing you found out or you discovered about me while living with me and vice versa? I can start.
Yeah, you start.
I realized you're like finicky about some things, which is normal. I know everybody has their quirks, but like if I leave a plate out, Frances starts freaking out about it.
I was going
like,
to say
because I want to use it again. And she's like, no, like if you move to another house, you can't do that. I'm like, I'm in my house, and like she's not finicky about everything because I'm not saying like we're not like messy people, but at the same time we're not like neat.
Like PTSD needs kind of thing.
Yeah. So when she was finicky about some things, and then she will leave her butter knife and the butter outside the fridge. I'm like, what are you doing?
That was not intentional.
It always happened. But basically, she'll be finicky about some things the same way I was probably finicky about some other things. So that's why I discovered. But it wasn't a major issue. I was just like, yeah.
It became a major issue for me too when we were leaving though.
I don't know.
It wasn't like a major issue actually, no. It was like it was a strong realization.
Yeah.
So just to be very, very clear, Mo would eat and want to use the plate later, so she'll keep the plate
like seconds.
Yeah, like take for another, and it could be the second time, could be like in 2 hours time. So in my head, I'm just like, why not wash the plate or drop the plate, get a new plate or something?
The plate will not be washed in 2 hours. That's the honest truth.
Okay, true.
Yeah, and it's not but like I would even keep it in my room after a while because it's a trigger. I think that's when I really discovered how much of a homebody she can be.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't
I don't think I believed her that much. Even now, I still don't really believe her, but she's really a homebody, which was surprising to discover. Yeah, but yeah, Francis just wants to sleep at home all the time.
I would love that. Trying to think if there's anything I noticed.
See, I'm just she knew everything about me.
Relax. I think you have this on and off interest in things.
Yeah.
As I noticed anyway.
Basically, I start a lot of things I don't complete. As I think any creative out there can relate, you always want to start a passion project, a passion thing. And things happen. And you keep it there as a reminder of what you can achieve.
Or what you were supposed to achieve.
I'll still achieve it.
But that's it.
Okay.
Oh, and I think I noticed more like that's when I noticed you're not a morning person. Like sometimes you wake up and you're just not in the mood to talk to anybody.
I don't want to.
And some other days you wake up and you're so jovial. So it's like I never could predict your mood when you wake up. Yeah. Well, I would never have known if we did it together.
That's fair. Honestly, that was one thing that shocked me when we started living together. I was like, dang, like I have to socialize first thing in the morning. Although I believe to a degree Frances will like understand me and not be so like hurt if I don't know, I didn't jump to greet her in the morning, but yeah, having to consider like, oh, there's actually someone else here to like look out for and talk to. How do we deal with conflicts?
How do we deal with conflict? We lock up.
Yeah, there's a quiet moment.
Yeah. When it happens, like awkward silence, and then it repeats itself maybe the 10th time, and there's like there's an outburst.
But basically, we usually we've got like awkward moments where I don't think we're taboo to like immediately say that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like call anybody out.
So there's the awkward moments, and then there's the time where you talk, and those talks can last like 5 hours.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody has gotten everything off their chest.
Yeah.
And
the next day is like a new day.
Yeah, the next day is fine. So I don't think we're saying it as an advice as to how to deal with conflict, but this is just how it happens in the house. But again, living together helps to resolve things quicker.
The advantage is also that when we have a disagreement or one person pisses someone off and you don't talk about it, as much as it piles up, it's also if that thing doesn't repeat itself again, it's like it just like passed. Like you don't need to point out every single thing that went wrong. And that's like benefit of not talking about it, but then I think talking about it is healthier.
Talking about it is healthier. So what is the weirdest purchase or most expensive purchase we had when we lived together?
I don't think we had any massively expensive purchase. We just had bits and bits of
things that piled up.
Yeah. Like we bought weird stuff. We bought like Christmas table mats.
That's not weird.
Like,
we went all out for Christmas.
We just see something cute, like
I get it.
Like I mean, we've got the cups, the pet cups.
Oh yeah. We got pet cups for ourselves. I would most expensive would be TV because we randomly had to get it like 2 months before we left. You know what? I would say we bought like 10 shoe racks to be used as tables. That would be the weirdest. Wooden shoe racks used as tables. So that would be the weirdest thing. But yeah, it just happens. You would buy weird stuff and expensive stuff.
Yeah.
But it's always nice. Don't think about getting stuff in terms of like, what's going to happen to it after. Just enjoy it while you get it together because you would always sort it out anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it made stuff cheaper. Get it together.
Definitely.
Like, I can't imagine buying a TV on my own.
Anyway. How did we deal with food? Groceries?
Oh, it was perfect, to be honest. No, I'm serious. Well, for me, it was.
I know.
You had the money, so
so
it was hard for you. But how we did was that we every month or every time someone gets their income, we all like send money to a particular account that Mo owns, and so we contribute like £100 to £150 every month. And we do like a major shopping. Well, she does major shopping at the start of the month, and maybe a few bits in the middle. Things like eggs and bread and things like that.
Stuff to keep up. So our shopping was always split into 3.
So we had major places for major things. Lidl was for the massive like shopping, but things like toiletries were home bargain.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like African food was Derby Fresh Food.
Derby Fresh Food.
So and then M&S was majorly for breads because I love the brioche bread.
You can't live without it. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, and we were loyal to all of them for the 1.5 years.
No, yeah, that is true. So dealing with groceries is actually good. Thankfully, like when we used to do 150, we would actually have like extra. I would include like Uber to those places in it. We would go to the cafe after we shopped, and we would have like a big brunch. Yeah. So 150 was really good. There were times where like it wasn't enough, but most of the time it was good. We would have like groceries spilling over to the next one.
But I know friends that stay together that do like separate shopping.
I know. No.
Yeah.
If you can, and no matter how particular you are, because my taste in food and Frat's taste in food is not like it's exactly the same. But if you can, just come together. I mean, I'll get you veggie sprinkles because you liked it, and I'll get like regular dumplings for myself. But at the end of the day, it's just better to have everything together because at least there'll be you cook stew together as stew, you cook rice and stuff like that. So there's no points.
And everyone can, at least for us, everyone can like taste the other person's stuff.
Exactly.
So it's not like you buy it for the interest of the other person, but it's for the house.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. There's no, I have to ask Fran for permission.
That was so weird. Like,
as I can have some things. Yeah.
If you can do it together, because you also bond that way, and you find out more about each other as well.
And I think one of the benefits, the reason why that also worked was because we cooked together. So there was not like one person constantly cooking for themselves and finishing all the groceries. So it was like we always had like food together.
That was one of the easiest parts for us. We didn't have to discuss about that at all. What would you miss the most about the place we stayed in?
Our house.
Yeah.
Everything. It was perfect.
The space,
the price,
the security,
the calmness,
the installation.
Oh yeah, that.
You can never be really cold in our house.
Space. It was space, 3-bedroom apartments.
That was really nice.
2 bathrooms. A lot of 3 beds don't have 2 bathrooms. No,
What's it with the UK and like minimal bathrooms?
I have no idea.
Like, I don't understand. Anyways,
and then the maintenance was really, really quick
was
to
really
help
good.
all the time.
We miss James.
Yeah,
James was the sweetest person. That was a good find in Derby, so very happy about that.
Yeah.
What is the fondest memory you have of us living together?
You're not going to believe it. And I know I might be contradicting myself.
Yeah.
But most of my best memory living together is all the times we got to go on picnics, got to go hiking.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like when we get there.
Yeah.
Like when we got into the top of the place or got into the park, it's quite fun, it's relaxing. So yeah, I think those were like my top fun days. Oh, and planning parties.
Oh yeah. We organized like really good parties at our place. So that's good. That's so sweet. I like actually reverse as well. I would say my funnest memories are like of us just being homebodies at home, where we're like randomly singing
or like yabbing each other when we're cooking and just like chilling, struggling to find a film. And then
I'm finishing the food before we
finishing
find
food
the
for fun film. But like just little moments like that in the house, that would be my fondest memory of living with you. Anyway, but yeah, now on to a different life.
Yeah, still in the same life, but onto different paths.
Yeah, we've been on different parts, but yeah, more of. But yeah,
See you in Canada.
yeah.
And just like that, another chapter closes. Change can be so daunting, but at the same time, so exciting, knowing that a new beginning means we get to grow and discover something new while holding on to the memories of the past. As we sit on the edge of 2025, I hope, like me, you're able to take a minute to reminisce on the big and small blessings of the past year, the memories shared, all the inevitable changes and seasons we had to go through. They may have been hard, but we made it, and now it's time to step into the next phase. I hope the new year brings lots of joy, and you have the strength to keep going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.